I'm going to show you how to make a copy of Autumn using fork, and then how to make changes on your personal repository, and then how to push your changes back into the main repo. So let's start by going to the Autumn website on GitHub. You can see there's this little fork button here. So just hit fork, which we fork Autumn. So I'm just going to fork it to my personal profile, which is Matt Siegel. And then you'll see this forking animation happening here. Now this will take a second. Cool. Now you can see that Autumn now lives at Matt Siegel Autumn, which is my personal copy, which has been forked from the Monash Emu repository. So now that I have my own copy, which lives on my GitHub repo under Matt Siegel, and you can see it's here now. Just Matt Autumn, forked from Monash repo Autumn. This is the one I'm going to clone. Not the Monash Emu one, but my personal repository. So I'm going to clone or download using SSH or HTTPS, depending on which one you're comfortable with. So I'm going to copy that and go into my command line editor, or command line terminal, sorry. Do git clone Autumn into Autumn. Just copying it onto my computer. Give that a second. And then I'm just going to make some change. It'll be a rather trivial change. Okay, just give that a second to pull down the entire universe, and then the repository's gotten rather big, hasn't it? Okay, we have pulled down all 105 megabytes of Autumn, and I'm going to change directory into Autumn. So if you do git remote B, you'll see that my origin remote thing is pointed at my personal Autumn GitHub, which is what we want. So I'm just going to open this up in Visual Studio Code. And then I'll just make a change to the README, which, I'm sure there's some positive change I could make to this just for, okay, well, here's one for you. Conftest.py doesn't live there anymore, so let's get rid of that one line and save that. So I've made a change now. And you presumably would make many changes to the repo. So if we do git diff now, you can see that something has changed. Its status will show you the files that have changed, readme.md. So I'm going to do git add readme.md, or you could do git add dot to add everything. I'm going to make a commit, git commit -m update readme. Cool. Now, if I do a git log, you'll see that your change, or my change here, update readme, on my local master is ahead of the remote master. I have an extra commit, and that's also shown here. I've got this 1 and an up arrow, meaning I have one commit to push up. And so let's push this up. So you can see here on my master branch, push, yeah. And this is equivalent to git push origin master. They're the same thing in this case. Cool, that's done. Now it's all in GitHub. So if we do a refresh, we will see that my commit is here. But if we go to the Monash Emu Autumn, you'll see that my commit is not there in the master branch. So how do we make a pull request back to the original branch? I have no idea. Let's find out together. So, well, GitHub helpfully is telling us that this branch is one commit ahead of Monash Emu Master. So I'm going to click the pull request button. That seems like a good idea. So usually when you make a pull request, it's between branches, but this one's actually between both repositories and branches. So it's going to merge from Matt Siegel Autumn master branch to Monash Emu Autumn master branch. And GitHub will helpfully show us the difference here. I wonder if there's a different way to get to this screen, because it's helpful that GitHub is prompting us, but perhaps, for whatever reason, that's not appearing for you. So let's try see if there's a second way to get to this pull request screen. So if I go to my personal Autumn repository and go new pull request, perhaps. Yep. And yeah, same deal. It's figured out that I've got the base repository as Monash Emu Autumn master branch, and my personal repository is Matt Siegel Autumn master branch. So let's just create a pull request. Yep, so update README seems like a reasonable description. If you have some more stuff that you want to say, remove conftest.py because it from README because that is no longer there. Yep, and then we create a pull request. Sweet. Now you will see your commits in the pull request. You can also see your files changed. You should also see it visible in this pull request tab in GitHub up here. And it should also be visible now on the Autumn repository under Monash Emu, pull requests 1. There you go. So that's a start. Now, in order to get someone to review it, I recommend that you send an email or a Slack message to whoever you want to review the code and send them a link to this pull request. It's also probably helpful to add them as a reviewer. I'm going to add myself. I don't know if I can add myself as a reviewer. But, for example, you could get James or Roman as well to review the code. You'll note that there's this yellow dot on the pull request. That is referring to the tests that are running. Preferably the tests should pass. Anyway, that's it. Once that's all done, the person who reviewed your pull request should be able to rebase and merge. And let's pull the trigger. Let's see how this goes. Okay, and you could delete your fork if you wanted to, or leave it there. And now if we go into Autumn and look at the commits, you can see that my README update commit is in there. And that's how you get a commit from your fork into Autumn.